again. Well, I'm out at Kopachuck State Park near Gig Harbor, Washington. I know it's not going to be a long hike today, but I'm hoping to get some painting in. It's early February, so the days are short. I don't have a whole lot of light, so I don't really want to take a long hike. This is a new park for me. I saw online on Washington Trails Association that this park had some nice views, and I'm hoping to set up and paint some kind of ocean scene, beach scene. I know there's some rocks off the shore here, beautiful trees through here. A little bit muddy at the moment. We've just been having a really warm, wet winter here near Tacoma. It's like been a monsoon season. Just non-stop rain for days, lots of wind, and warmer than normal, so not a whole lot of fun to be out in it. So whenever the sun is shining, I'm getting outside and exploring as much as I can, going to new places, looking for nice scenes to paint for the practice of painting outside and just for the joy of it, getting out, especially on a beautiful day like this. Partly cloudy, chilly. It's a little cooler today than it has been. High of about 46 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a nice state park. Picnic tables, little grills, beautiful views. What calm water today. This is actually the ocean, but it's so calm. A discovery pass is required for the parking lot, and it's day use only. Nice little place to set up and grill for the day. So really pleasant out here. I'm gonna take a walk around and try to find a place to set up and do a painting. As always, thank you for joining me. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Alright, here's the spot I'm going to paint. I'm going to set up. I like the nice flat area with a pretty view. It's got trees behind it, so hopefully I won't be in direct sun very soon. I should have the majority of the middle of the day to paint without being in the direct sun. If I start out in shade, I'd like to finish in shade. You might notice I got a red spot on my nose there. I ran into a tree while I was walking around looking, not watching what I was doing. There was a branch sticking out and it scraped my nose. But I'll get set up and see what I can get done here. Here I'm going to do a transparent wash on the blank white panel. It's a gesso panel 11 by 14. I'm going to wash very lightly, heavily diluted, some transparent washes, cobalt blue, burnt umber, sap green, and a little bit of cad yellow and cat lemon yellow. So the last one, cad yellow, is not really transparent, but it'll be a really light wash. I just want to set the tone. Okay, those are the predominant colors I see out in the scene. I have the colors washed in, heavily diluted with turpentine and a little bit of liquid. That'll set up quickly. Then I can wipe it away with a paper towel and expose the white of the panel, and that'll be the lightest tones on the canvas, and then reinforce the darks. So it's a quick way using this turpentine wash to set up plein air so you can proceed to laying in the final colors. But first, I want to have a little cup of coffee while this sets up a little bit. All kinds of beautiful shellfish on this beach. I noticed it's not acceptable to harvest them right now, but I wonder if at times you can harvest these oysters on this beach. Okay, I've got the whites wiped away. A couple of lessons I learned just now that I need to take to heart. Make sure your paper towel is clean when you wipe out the lights. That sounds obvious, but when you kind of get in the rush of it, trying to move quickly, you can have a little bit of paint on your hand, on your glove, or on your paper towel, and it gets wiped off on the canvas, and it's not what you want when you're trying to wipe away the paint. The other thing is that I need to get better at bringing clean mineral spirits and clean turpentine. I didn't change my solvents before coming today. I just brought what I used last time, and it's pretty dirty, and it's kind of making it a little more difficult. I think if I got in the habit of pouring out the dirty solvent and always bringing fresh, it's a little more of a hassle. It takes an extra few steps, maybe an extra 15 minutes, but I think it would help, because I'm noticing when I go to clean my brush, I'm picking up old colors, kind of a muddy sludge on my brush, and it's going to make it harder to capture those clean, clear colors. So just a couple things I want to pass along to you, and I want to take to heart and make sure I do a better job next time. Okay, so now I'm going to mix up some colors, and I'm going to start with the center of interest. I'm going to start with that far island and paint that first. Then I'll paint the water, and then the foreground, and then finally the background. And that's a little backwards from how I normally do it. I would normally paint the farthest distance first and then come forward. But I want to try Richard Schmid's approach of painting the center of interest first and then painting everything else around it, and to finish everything as I go as much as possible. Right now I'm getting some beautiful colors on that island. I hope it comes out in the video here, but there's some really pretty reds amongst those greens. The tree trunks have a nice red tone, so I want to make sure I capture that in the painting. The sun's on it right now, it looks gorgeous, so that's what I'll focus on. well. I got done. Had a really nice time on the beach. This is Kopachuck State Park in Washington State. Really beautiful spot. Really calm day for a late winter, early February day. Really can't complain about this kind of weather. Nice break from the rain. I spent a couple hours here, really enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. I'll show you what I got here. Here's the painting. Not much light on it now. The shade is pretty deep. Hopefully you can make that out. Yeah, but I think it came out pretty well. Matches the local color. Got a decent composition. I changed it up a little bit. Let me swing it around here. Maybe there'll be a little better light if I swing it around. So I changed it a little bit. I changed the composition. I made this island much bigger than it actually is to make it more interesting. I also made sure that this dead branch of wood pointed at the point of interest, which is that island. I also brought this little clump of trees in this island forward a bit more. Pretty rough. The foreground and the water is really just slapped in with a palette knife. And that background, there's no detail there. It's just a kind of a set of tones, a close range set of tones. And the sky, I left it as it was after the wash. I just took a paper towel and kind of wiped away some of the color for the light, and it seemed to match the feeling of the sky. I'll take it back to the studio and take a look at it again in a couple days, and then maybe touch it up a bit and put it out on my website. The location's in my description below. As always, thanks so much for joining me. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed spending the day out here on the beach with me. And take a look at the website. If you like the channel, please like and subscribe.